Actually, my mom dropped her jaw when she heard that I've quit my job and now I want to start cooking.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Noble. We are always pleased to bring to you professionals and people from whose stories we can learn. Today in the show I have a friend who is so many things. She's in the culinary industry, she's in the event management, but I will welcome her to say these things by herself, to introduce herself. So Bella, welcome to Noble and please just tell us, what are you and who are you?
Thank you so much, Andreas. My name is Bella Atieno Kokro. I'm the CEO, Dancing Elephants, Gifts and Color Events. So we basically do catering, tents and decor, everything to do events. So we've started from catering, but actually now we're an event planning and management company based in Kisumu.
Amazing. So why did you settle on the name Dancing Elephants?
I was looking for a funny, interesting name that if you hear, you'll never forget. So if I tell you I'm Dancing Elephants,
All right.
I don't think you'll ever forget the Dancing Elephants name. So basically it was just about the uniqueness. It has nothing to do with the company or anything else.
All right.
Yes.
So I understand that, you know, like every other person, sometimes we go to school, we have our ambitions. But again, as you face life, you realize that this is not exactly what I want to do. So as a young person, did you see yourself being in the culinary industry or event management?
Actually, not really. It was, when it comes to culinary, arts, and every other thing to do with management and events, it was more of passion. But then I went to school and I did communications at Daystar University. So I'm actually a journalist by profession.
Okay.
I practiced journalism for 2 years. Then it wasn't working for me. Then I decided to follow my passion. So I left my career and I'm doing my passion, and it's actually so much fun.
So when you say it's not working, like what exactly? How did you expect it to work and it was contrary to what?
So actually when I actually got into now the real, work industry, like now I'm from school, I've graduated, and now I used to work in a radio station in Mombasa. And I found it was totally different from what I expected it to be. My expectations were not met.
All right.
I actually did well as a journalist. I can tell you that because I did so well when I was in Radio Salam. I was a health programs producer.
Yeah.
I won a lot of awards with CNN.
Whoa.
But still, there was just something that was missing. That it wasn't me. I felt like it wasn't me. I used to enjoy working behind the scenes, something that maybe my producers and my employer never used to understand. So every time I used to be pushed to go to record news, to anchor news, or to record voiceovers, I used to find that very, very stressful.
Wow.
Yeah, but when it came to scripting, I really enjoyed it. So, plus the morning hours, the shifts, those didn't actually work for me. So one day I just woke up and I said, okay, let me take a break. So during my break, I got a job. I was doing some sales job, something totally different from journalism.
Yeah.
So I used to work in a media company, actually, the Star newspaper. But I used to sell space for advertisement instead of writing or reporting. So then one day someone told me, so I used to, even that I never got, it wasn't getting me right. So someone told me, you're really good at sales. I'm like, really? Yeah. So if I'm good at sales, why can't I try and sell something of my own?
Oh.
Actually that's how. So yeah, so I was like, I'm pushing myself to sell something for someone.
Yeah.
I feel pushed, I'm not excited to go to work, then people think I'm really good at it. So I'm like, okay, everything I do, people tell me, you're really good at it. Like when I was a journalist, I was getting awards. I was actually doing very well, but I stopped, then I moved to sales. I wasn't enjoying it, but people at the end of the day used to tell me, oh, you're doing so well, you're good at sales. So one day I just decided, let me just try something of my own. Let me sell something for myself.
All right, so before we get to selling something of yourself, what was your idea of, a journalist? Like, because we all have like lawyers, for example, you watch Boston Legal back in the days and you think this is how law is practiced, this is how colorful it is, until you get there and then you learn it is not exactly what you thought it was. So for you, what was the idea? How was journalism world before you got there and faced the reality?
Oh, okay. Now, this is how I thought I would be a journalist. Even in primary school, I used to script plays. And
primary school?
Yes, even in primary school,
You
poems.
went to a group of schools or?
No, I just went to
schools?
Mamangina Primary School in Nakuru. It was a government school.
It's a serious school.
Yeah. But we really had a very strong drama club. So I used to sit with our teacher and script plays.
Wow.
But when it came to the acting part, I never used to get the lead roles. But I was still very okay.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So that's how my passion came into, the passion of writing and scripting. So even in high school, I never joined the drama, but I joined the dance. So we were the choreographers, you know, like behind the scenes, we get the styles, we teach people how to dance. But now when it came to the activation, I was among the dancers, but I wasn't shining huko mbele, but I was still okay. So now when we got to, so that's how I picked journalism. So it was okay with me when I was in college. Of course, there's not so much hype on it.
What exactly was it like for you? Like the idea of journalism, what did you think it was going to be like?
I think for me, I would have probably been more of a producer, behind the scenes kind of a person.
That's what you really wanted?
That's what I really wanted. But I think that my employment didn't give me that, my first experience. Yeah, I was pushed to go to the limelight where I could read news. And I never used to I don't like listening to my voice. You see, that's one of the biggest challenges. Like after we read news, of course, they have to record. Then sometimes they replay it. And when I listen to my voice, I'm like, no, I don't think it sounds too good to be listened to. So, but I enjoyed more of behind the scenes, like the scripting and the editing, and then now listening to the end product, but being done by someone else.
Wow.
So you see now when I had to, I think when I had to go to the limelight and you attract attention and people want to come and see you, and it really wasn't sitting in well with me. So I felt a bit of pressure.
So did it have to do with your personality, for example? You know, there are people who like working behind the scenes. There are people who like to be in front there. So did you ever investigate to know probably it was your personality that did not welcome this kind of work? But also it could be that your producers or your bosses were seeing something in you that you yourself was not seeing in yourself, you know? Apparently,
when it comes to my personality, people say I'm outgoing. And one of my cousins likes to say that I attract attention, which I don't agree with.
In what way?
Because even my current, like what I do right now, I really love what I do, like in event management. But you will never see me at the front, even at my own events. Like after I have done everything and everything is set, you'll only find me behind in the kitchen. Like I'd rather use a radio call than go to the forefront where everyone else is. So I think that's where the difference came in. So probably it's more of personality.
It could be.
It could be.
Yes, and there's a bit of family that I want to talk about, because we tell our kids that you can be everything you want to be, but we also forget that everything is juxtaposed. The kind of support, the environment where you are growing up can sometimes limit your aspirations as a young person, you know? So how was it like your family, your mother, your siblings supporting you through probably the journey, the first dream of becoming a journalist?
My family was very supportive, is very supportive up to now. Like I used to be in drama from, I think, nursery. I started acting in nursery. I was in drama. I used to recite poems. My primary school, everyone knew me. You know, associates me with drama and everything. When my mom was very supportive, she used to come to all my shows. I was as young as 10 years old, and I could go to compete in Eldoret. And you know, she could support it. Like for now, if my daughter would tell me when she was 10, like she wants to go to Eldoret for 3 days, I would be a bit shaken. But when I remember, my mom was very open-minded about it. My parents were very supportive. The only time it brought drama when I was in high school, where I could, my report form would be written very good in drama and dance, but then my mathematics is not so good. So that brought a bit of rift with my dad. But at the end of the day, he wasn't trying to put it down. He was just trying to tell me, you know what, you need to shine both ways. So because he said, you know, you can't go anywhere with these drama certificates. You also need your grades to get to university, to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's how come I managed to combine both. So I worked so hard to get enough grades to get me to the to university. Yeah, and then so I joined. I got into journalism.
Yes.
Yeah.
So from journalism, you realize you're doing good in marketing, and then you said, I want to market something of my own. Now, what was the, you know, people say, I want to venture into a clothesline industry because I was raised in an environment where kids didn't have clothes, so I'm trying to provide solution for it. Or my baby sister was into modeling, so I want to design clothes for every young girl out there who want to show up and do something. So what actually compelled you to say, I'm not going to market this particular thing, but specifically you went into the
marketing industry.
Yeah.
Okay, no, what happened is actually the marketing part wasn't even by choice. I was bored and I was like, I need to do something.
Yeah.
And someone knew someone who works for, because I knew people in the media industry. So I think I just made a few phone calls.
Yes.
Then I was told, oh, the Star, you can do something for the Star. So I went, and that was what was available. But then how I got into events actually, so one day we were planning a party for my cousin and actually sat down in some corner and planned everything for her. And my aunt was so excited. She was like, you're really good at this. And I actually enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And I actually looked forward to waking up at 5 a.m. That was a sign.
Yes, just to see that everything starts going on as planned.
I'm not a morning person. I'd rather
Yeah.
start my day at 10. But you see, this excited me to a level where I was able to actually look forward to waking up as early as 5 a.m. to go do it.
Yes.
And it turned out so well. And everyone was so excited about it. And I even cooked in the party. But then the food was also very interesting. But I was just, you know, I wasn't serious about the cooking part.
Yeah.
So guys, so my auntie was very excited. She was like, you've done really well. This party has gone so well. I brought in service providers, clowns, bouncing castles, you know, food, the menu. Things came out and it turned out to be a very fun party for everyone. And I incorporated everyone. You know, the adults had a very interesting menu in their own side of entertainment. The kids also had a very good time. Plus everyone enjoyed the meal. So, well, that's why I was like, okay, I really enjoyed this, and it actually sailed through so smoothly. I didn't push anything. Things just worked out. So that's how I started the idea of cooking.
Wow.
So I started cooking for our chamas. For example, if you have a chama, you know, women with chamas. So if you have a meeting, I'll be like, let me come help you cook. So I'll be like, sawa. So I rauka to your house, we cook. When everyone else is coming, the house is set. We set up, everything is done. You know, I even planned chamas very well, the timings, what to do, even trips for people. So guys were like, you're a very, very good planner and you're a very good cook. So, and then that was something I used to do without putting effort, you know. So that's how come I got interested in it.
I think for me, I started first by seeing the, you know, the catering bit before recently now the event organizing came through. So I didn't know that this all started at the same time.
Actually, it started with the catering. I marketed the catering more. Yes, but you see, what I realized, yes, my own, yes. I started small, actually. I just started by cooking for chamas. Then I started buying my equipment, pole pole. Then I opened a small shop in Kisumu where I used to sell this Mombasa cuisines, yes, katlesi, bajias,
the ones you ate while you were working in Mombasa.
Yes. I even tried making kashatas. You see, I used to learn as well. So you see, so I brought that to Kisumu. So pole pole, then the chamas grew, so referrals. So Bella, come cook for us. So I had to buy equipment. Because sometimes you go to someone's house and they don't have the right knives, they don't have enough plates. So that's how it grew. Then a friend of mine relocated from Nairobi. And she came to Kisumu. Then she was an MCA. Then the first group of MCAs. She told me, Bella, let's start a catering company. And that's how we started. But also my sister-in-law is a very, very good cook. So even before I started, when I was seeing that I have more interest in the culinary arts and everything, I came to Nairobi and she trained me a bit as well. So I never went to school to learn event management or catering or anything. It was just passion. Yes. So then I saw the referrals were coming in, and it's something I was doing and enjoying it, and that's how we grew. So it was like catering
up to take care of the demands in the market.
So it was catering for the first 3 to 4 years. So the event management, event planning and management company now is about maybe 3 years now. So now we do the whole package.
Okay.
You know, yeah, we started from catering for 10 people in Chamas. Now we are doing up to 5,000 packs.
Wow.
Yes.
So many businesses I know struggle with, you know, when you're starting up. So how's the journey like for you before your friend came? And like, just speak to that. Like, how was the growth like for you to move from this step to the next step?
It wasn't so easy.
Yeah.
First and foremost, even the transition wasn't welcomed so well by my family. Yeah, like my
from
mom.
Journalism,
Yes.
or from employment to self-employment.
To self-employment.
Yes.
Actually, my mom dropped her jaw when she heard that I've quit my job and now I want to start cooking. She was like, you have gone to Daystar University.
Yes.
Yes, mom. I paid. Yes. You graduated. Yes. You want to cook. I'm like, yes. So you see, it was, and then also, you know, catering is associated, it's associated with watu hawajasoma.
Yes, people who are not successful, like mid-colleges.
Yes,
you
kazi
know,
ya
you're trying to
mkono.
get something.
Like,
even actually the most colleges, the mid-colleges are the ones who offer like catering and all that things.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't find them in these top universities. Yeah.
Like even in Kisumu, people still call us Jokata.
Jakarta,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
I know about that.
It's because we go to some homes
Yes.
and you know it's looked at as something that some work that is not here. So really, I didn't receive a lot of hugs from my family, but I pushed through. My brother, my big brother, and my sister. They were my biggest support system. Actually, my first capital came from my sister.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, she gave me 16,000 shillings and told me, you know what? Go ahead and start. Yeah. And I love her for that. And from there, we've grown. We've grown so well. So it wasn't so easy. But it's not easy. But because I enjoy it,
there's your passion into
it. Yes, I forget the other. You know, like, sometimes we have so many challenges to get to where we are. But because I enjoy it, and it's fun. It's more fun, actually. Than,
so talking about women in business, do you think there are unique challenges that women specifically as a group face as compared to men when it comes to business and
in the current world, I think when it comes to, we sit in boardrooms. These days, I don't think it's a challenge. Like when it comes to men, we're in the same level. So I don't think gender really affects my type of business, like when it comes to event planning and industries. Of course, we have the big shots, who most of them are men.
Yes.
But we've learned to work with them.
All right.
You understand? Yeah, so I've never really gotten that as a challenge. The only challenge I've gotten is you walk into a meeting where they want you to do a 5,000 packs event, and you show up and maybe you're too slim.
Yeah.
Or you look too young. Usually that's the biggest challenge.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Fine. My name is Bella. Oh, you're Bella, yeah. You are the Dancing Elephants, yeah. You're the CEO of Dancing Elephants, yes. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but I expected someone maybe older or bigger. I don't know why. That's the perspective, that's the perception people have. Usually that's the challenge. But when it comes to men, most men in this industry do the tenting part.
All right.
But you see the planning parts, I think mostly is done by the women. For example, I do event planning and management. It's not that I own everything that is needed for an event. If I'm to pull an event of 5,000 packs, they may probably need a dome or an A-frame that can take in 5,000. So you see, all that cannot come from me. The catering services, the tents and decor, the PA system and stage, sound system, stage management, and also photography, videography. So we work as a team. So you see the men come in when it comes to the tenting part. I've never sat down in a meeting where I've gone to get a job for an event planning management and I find my competitor as a man.
Ah, okay. But I think also like traditionally, cooking, you know, is like a preserve of the women.
Yes.
And therefore, in your industry, we expect to find more women in the industry as opposed to having more men. You know? So you know, we are moving from the one-on-one word-of-mouth marketing to the digital space, where we have like online platforms like a website, Facebook pages, IG, Instagram, the TikTok and the likes. How have you managed to harness that technology to market your work?
Oh, it's actually helping a lot. And I don't think in our industry you can do it without media, without digital media. Because, for example, even if most of my work are from word of mouth referrals, but at the end of the day, they still need to see your work.
Yes.
You understand? So they still need to see photos.
So they ask you, where can we see your work?
Exactly.
Where can we see what you've done?
Exactly. Like, do you have a website? Exactly. You see, like, these days, it has become so easy, as much as sometimes we even meet our clients on site.
Yes.
Like, we plan everything on phone.
Yeah.
Yes. So definitely they'll need to see photos. How are they going to see photos? You need to have a website.
Yeah.
You need to have a Facebook page. You need to have an Instagram page. You need to have a TikTok page.
Yeah.
And, you know, something like that. You need to have a WhatsApp where you post your photos on your status.
Yeah.
So really, really, the media, the digital media has really helped us in marketing.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can't separate the two.
So do we have the dancing elephants on TikTok, for example?
Yes, we have dancing elephants on TikTok. We have dancing elephants on Instagram.
Just called dancing elephants.
Dancing elephants events,
Yeah.
dancing elephants gifts, and color events.
Okay.
Yes.
So the gifts part is, if I want to gift somebody special in my life, for example,
Okay.
shoes or whatever.
Yes. Okay.
So-
now this is it. It's a bit mchanganyiko.
Yes.
But I love scents so much. Apart
Yeah.
from so like I love perfumes, I love colognes, I love
Yeah.
lotions, and then I have brothers who are out of the country.
Yeah.
So it's usually it was a bit easier for me to get those things, legit things from them to come
Yes.
to bring to the country.
Yeah.
So sometimes I used to have friends who were like, "Hi Bella, tunataka lotions, the Victoria's Secrets, we want Bath and Body Works lotions. How can we get them?"
All right.
So my brothers used to bring them, then I actually sell them through the company. So I help you pack a gift in a gift bag.
Okay.
So it's part of event planning. You know, if you have,
Okay.
like, for example, let me tell you interesting things. Like, I used to help people plan for surprise. How will I tell my husband I'm expecting?
Ah.
You know,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. You
in a
still do
different
this?
way. Yes, I still do that. So someone
Okay.
calls me and tells me, "Hey Bella, my husband is away and we are expecting a baby. How do I do this? I
Yeah.
need to do it in a different way."
Yeah.
So I actually plan it.
So you
we
have
surprise
all these
him.
many
Yeah, we
ideas
make
and-
something.
Yeah.
We actually surprise him. I get a rider, text, then when he opens, it's a
Yeah.
gift that shows, you know, we are pregnant or we are having a baby.
Yeah.
So it's part of it. So also the gifting part. Or sometimes I do birthday parties and they
Yeah.
want me to plan gifts for the guests.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that is how the gifting part comes in. So dancing elephants, gifts, and color events.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the color bit is the optics, the decor and everything.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
Yes.
So you are someone who have transitioned from what they went to school to do to pursuing what I believe now is your passion.
Yes.
Because earlier enough, for what you studied, you say, I'm not a morning person. But you found yourself in a space where you just personally, you know, look forward to waking up in the morning to
Yes.
do what you need to do, you know. So what is the message you can tell a young person there who, you know, goes to the university thinking that, oh, they can do this, they can do that, but again, there are all these many ideas. Or there are also people who are like, I went to school to do education, I can only be a teacher. So that versatility, what's the message you have there for a young person who is like trying to pursue their dreams?
Okay, what I learned from my experience is the university helped me a lot. Going to Daystar helped me a lot. It exposed me to so many things.
Yeah.
I met so many people. Like, I know so many people in the media. So
Yes.
when they invite me to their functions, I meet people and I'm able to tell them what I do. Now, also for me to sit down in boardrooms and negotiate for deals, you need to have some level of education.
Yes.
I mean,
that's
you
for sure.
asked questions
Yes.
and the confidence you come in. So really, really, even if you have your passion, even if
Yeah.
you want to be an actress, even if you want to be whatever you want to be,
Yeah.
you can always be whatever you want to be. I usually tell my daughter,
Yeah.
you will do what you want to do. I will support you.
Yeah.
Not unless if it doesn't hurt you or if it's not illegal.
Yeah.
You know, those two
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yeah, if it's not illegal and it doesn't hurt you, I will support you.
Yep.
If you want to do acting, we will do that. But you have to go to school. You have to get the grades. Because even this acting thing, you have to go learn it in the university. How do you get to the university? The grades have to be okay.
Yes.
So education is important.
Yeah.
University is important, even if you have your passion.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. No matter the difficulties, no matter the challenges. Of course, it's not smooth. We have all other things. But you see, going to school also helped me at some level.
Wow.
It gave me the exposure. And I was also able to go through an experience and actually find out exactly where I can settle in. Yes.
Wow. Because I know people who hack it in life through other means, and then they come and say, education is not really, really important. But sometimes even going to the university in itself improves the quality of your network.
Yes.
The people that you're gonna know there, you know, people that you'll interact with. Because I believe that the people you went to the same high school with do not largely create your network in the future.
No.
It's the people that you meet in the university that finally, because you are meeting at a professional level, or maybe in the colleges where we, like, those people go to KMTC, the polytechnics, you meet different professionals there that will eventually make your network. And the network, they say, is your network.
Network.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's get to very, very light things. When you're not cooking, what do you do?
Oh, when I'm not cooking, what do I do? Apparently, I'm an indoor person.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would spend 5 days out of 7 days
Yeah.
indoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of movies and drink a lot of water.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. No wine? Maybe.
Once in a while, yes. But I'm more of an indoor person. Not that I'm not an introvert, but I'm not so outgoing. I like my space. Like, I would rather sit in the house the whole day, probably meet my friends out for an hour or so.
Yeah.
So if I'm not cooking and I'm not planning an event, I'm either watching a movie or, as you say, I'm out with my friends having a glass of wine, a bottle of something.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe the last bit, you cook.
Yes.
So what would you say is your favorite?
My favorite food?
Yes.
I love Chinese cuisine.
Chinese cuisine.
Yes, like Chinese done rice, Chinese done beef, you know, like anything Chinese way. That's my favorite.
Oh.
But what I cook in the house, mostly my favorite, what people know is I can eat fish every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can eat fish every day. And any other dry food, you know, like even if it's beef dry fry. My plate will always have dry food.
Okay.
Even if it's chapati, but I'll eat it with samaki, dry, but dry food. So my favorite dish is fish.
Now that you've mastered, like, I mean, the coastal cuisines, can you make West African cuisine?
West African cuisine, we've tried 3 times, but I bring professional chefs. Personally, not yet. Yeah. They are very not easy. Like, you know, they eat skin, hooves.
Yes.
It's not very easy cuisine, but we've picked a bit of it. So yeah, we also do the Nigerian cuisine, the West African cuisine, but we bring in professionals to help us to support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone told me that Kenyan food is very flat. Like, how do you eat without pepper? You know, like, it's not spicy. There's so many people who are comfortable with food that is not spicy. So do you believe that our food is flat? Apart from the coastal cuisines?
Cuisines, okay. Our menus are flat.
From a
For instance, if sometimes we even, you know, host for 5 days. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. So you'll find us repeating the same things because Kenyans also like what they are used to. So if you put something like macaroni in the menu, you'll see some resistance. So it's always ugali, pilau, chapati, beef stew, chicken, fish.
Beans.
Yes, beans, we are done.
Okay.
So Kenyan food, so sometimes we try and push. You see, like, for example, if someone is open-minded and we go like, let's have some chicken curry, some naan.
Yeah.
So it makes the menu more interesting. But if you just focus on our Kenyan menu and cuisine, I agree.
So you can tell, like, from your clientele that majority of Kenyans would prefer to take what they used to rather than experimenting something new.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Because of course, when we are working on the event, we have to work on the menus. So it's a constant discussion. So I work out a menu plan. I like doing that.
Wow.
I ask you to let me just do it for you. So I send you a menu plan, then you go through it, then you find them editing what they don't know. You know, if you put chicken tikka there, they're like, what's chicken tikka? I'm like, okay, it's just kuku choma, but we've added a few little other things. You see, so you have to say kuku choma for them to,
this is kuku choma.
Yeah, so it's just kuku choma. I just added a bit of malai and something like that. So yeah, we have to work on the menu with the clients. So sometimes you find a little bit of resistance when you're trying to introduce something new, because we're used to our brown and white ugali. Pilau and vegetable rice. Yeah, chapati, brown and white.
We hope we'll change one time.
Yeah.
Maybe
but
the next generation.
Yeah.
The next generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just heading to the final bit of it. So where do we find you? What are the rates? What exactly do you do, like, largely?
What exactly do I do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm based in Kisumu, but we move all over the country. Like, I've done several events in Nairobi. Even in December, was it December? No, November, we were in Machakos. Yeah, we did an event in Machakos. So we move all over. So long as we agree on transport cost, there's no problem. So basically what I do is I give you a solution to your event. We create, you celebrate. So all you need to do is call me and tell me, hi Bella, hi, how are you? I have a wedding. Oh, okay. How many people? 500 people. What's your color theme? This and that.
Yes.
Then you leave everything to me.
Wow.
Yeah, and we pull it out from the food to the tents to the decor.
Yeah.
We lay it down for you, to the photography, to the sound, to everything that you need.
Wow.
Yes. So we deal with, when you say rates, we are open. We have high-end guests and we have also the average people.
Yes.
So it depends with your budget. So our events, we do them according to your budget. That's what I'm telling you. Sometimes we host 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Some, like, you know, there's some very big funerals where we have to slaughter up to 10 cows, 10 bulls. Okay. But there are also funerals that we do that we only do maybe a bull. Yeah. So it depends with your budget. Depends on the budget. But we work, we cut our coat, we know, according to your size. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Bella. And before she gives us her parting shot, please check out on the
Dancing Elephants, Gifts and Color events.
All right.
Just go to Facebook and write Dancing Elephants. That's it. www.dancingelephants. You'll get me.
All right.
Yes.
Your parting shot?
Keep the passion going. Don't give up. It can be a little bit hard, but keep it going. Wow. And I insist on consistency. Yeah. When you start, keep moving. No matter the hitch, just keep pushing. Wow. It will one day open. Wow. Don't focus on the closed doors. Look at the cracked areas. Windows. Just let it shut. Yes. And see the ones that are opening. Wow. Yeah. Then from there, you'll be able to make it in life. It's not so hard. We are all not getting out of it alive, I agree. Yeah. But let's just try and make it as fun as we can. Yes.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So the bigger message is be consistent, keep pushing. No matter what happens. I mean, it's hard for everyone, and we are all not coming out of it alive. So do you every day. Yes. That was Bella for you, and I have enjoyed the conversation myself, being among the people who have also shifted from what we went to school to do and pursuing something else. I think the conversation would resonate with me so well. To the Click Pictures, thank you so much for the good job that you do, and for everyone who have subscribed to the show, we thank you for always allowing us to come to your space. Until we meet next time, see ya.